Close. Bloody pain in the backside, all this.
You what?
Bloody fiddly bloody thing, YouTube. Jesus Christ. Anyway. How are you? Everything okay?
Yeah, not too bad. Yourself?
Yeah, all right.
You still playing at Bellingham on a Sunday?
Yeah.
Does it get busy, that, does it?
Well, there's 10 teams to 6.
Yeah.
So it's all right, like.
Is it on the front green or the back one?
Both, use both greens.
Both greens. You need about 8 or 9 people, don't you, as committed to go every week?
Can you get YouTube on your phone?
Yeah, right.
I want to make sure my volume's on. I've got no way of checking on it.
Bowls observer, is it?
Yeah.
If I can get on.
Reception here from this is my worry for this. I can get enough.
Bowls observer, so
Yeah.
click on that.
Yeah, I should be live now. What observer is live?
I don't know.
Hopefully everyone can hear me. Welcome to the panel, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the first broadcast of 2024, live from the panel, home of the British Professional Crown Green Bowling Association in West Orton in Lancashire. We're here for 2 challenge matches. Scott Fisher plays Andy Hayes and Billy Speed plays Stephen Glover, and we're just waiting to start. Weather so far, oh, thanks for the feedback, Steve, very kind of you. Weather, has been absolutely shocking for too long to mention, and it's affected the green, to be honest. The green is quite sodden, and a few parts of it, that corner over there, which you can't really see the board very well, but you should be able to see the fenced off area there, which is basically ground under repair. Neil Bithell is in charge of all the challenge matches, and he's put the jack in the middle of the green, so we can't be far off starting. Though Neil's slightly concerned with getting his white trainers muddy. Spectators coming through the gate. Just about made it in time. Not a bad crowd on a potentially very wet day. Forecast is slightly shocking for later. Well, first game is about to start. It's level game, both off 5. Players just being explained particular panel rules. I have to remember myself, nothing metric on the panel, everything's imperial, everything's in inches, feet, yards, and probably don't be any further off than that. Toss has been made. Scott Fisher leads out. Playing area on the panel Well, obviously there's a minimum of 21 yards. I'll have to remember to keep on shouting yards rather than metres. And Andy Hayes is just checking for if this is far enough. Playing area, you've got a limit of, I think the most you'll get on the panel corner to corner is about, well, you could try and get a 40 metre mark. Panel members play Monday, Wednesday and Fridays. Wednesdays are an 8-person challenge event, and you've got normal panel fixtures Mondays and Fridays. Play starts at 12:30. A couple of quid to get in. Should watch 2 good games. Well, hopefully you'll watch 2 good games. And hopefully we'll have 2 good games today. Bowled by the Jack is Andy Hayes, winning a bit of a jive in. He's going for 2 here. First end. The green is absolutely saturated, ladies and gentlemen. You may be able to hear it coming through, like bubbles chattering, but it really is particularly wet. It's been a particularly wet winter, to be honest, and the green's been very well looked after, but you can't beat Mother Nature, I'm afraid. Yeah, made it, little yard over. This pulls up a Scots. Got to be far enough today. I'm fairly certain that the Jack may have stayed on. The actual bowl of Andy Hayes, which has finished 2 yards past it, would not have stayed on. You don't normally count past the Jack there. And this Andy's, it looks tight. It's got to count on a length, but it doesn't count. Even today, doesn't stay on. Not quite sure a panel man will be going finger peg, sweep round peg into that corner, but it is what it is. One for Scott Fisher, levels the game up, 7s. So you might get a 40 metre mark, which is what Scott's trying to do here. Finger peg. Scott's finished, 2 yards short. Andy's just on the low side. That would not normally stop and doesn't. Length would be tightened up a bowl, will be fine. This one of Scott's is not, well, enters the shot, but only just. So, tons of room for Andy to take the lead again if he's far enough. Looks all right running. Just got those to beat. 8-7. Where is the shout? You need to be normal conditions on the panel. You need to be just short of the jack there and make the players pass. And you're playing a finger peg mark through the crown and sweeps down off it. Scott's looking at this. Does he pick the jack up? Nope, picks the gap up. This is live from the panel on what potentially is a wet Saturday afternoon in February. We're playing thumb peg mark up through the middle of the green. Just about all uphill this. And Scott's not reached. Every first bowl he's sent so far, Scott, when he's following Andy's lead's being short. It's a good protecting bowl from Andy. Scott's just trying to pass his own, but not reached it. Wheels have fell off this one.
It's a long way to go, Fisher.
11-7. And he sent the jack towards the scoreboard. It might stop. No, it's not. Normal conditions, the mark they're playing, very, very quick. It's just over through the crown now. It's downhill to the jack. And Scott's reached first bowl this time, but only made Andy's better. Touch unlucky. Does it run far enough to get another? No, it doesn't. So the ball for Scott's to play on Andy's bowl, and this is what he's trying to do. Has he got his own? Nope, nearly. Fisher 2. 9-12. And Scott was looking at playing corners when he had the jack last time. And he's... Hope you can hear me, ladies and gentlemen. Say connection problems today. You only missed 30 seconds of action. And the last bowl of this end is Andy Hayes trying to get another to go 5 in front. Yeah, 2. Sorry if there's any kind of an issue with the connection with the outside world. And he's playing a thumb peg mark. Initially coming towards us, up through the crown. only 18 inches, well 2 foot of the green behind it. And this bowler, Scott, just pulls up short. Anything past Scott's, really? What are you thinking? $15.9. Scott doesn't think he's set. No, Scott hasn't sent that one. 10-15. All right. Be nice if West Orton could invest in a 5G mast. That'd be able to bring you better coverage for me. Scott again, 4 foot short on this one of Andy's. Does it stay on? No, it doesn't. Scott's still not reached. Andy's just take a couple of foot out of his first. Goes 16-10 up, first to 41. Getting a length today with the green and the conditions it's in. Been very well cared for. But very, very wet. And I was talking before play started. I think the condition it's in, you could do with a couple of weeks rest. Looks like Andy's a good couple of yards over. He's nearly licked it. Crowd likes it. Absolutely nailed it. Scott's just trying to lick it, which is be a good ball if he can do it. Just on the underneath side. What a ball that was. Decided he couldn't play weight at it in case he moved his own, so just played a dead one. Over, what, 35 yards? Well, 35 metres. 11-16 as they play. This one from the scoreboard corner. Precise bit of land. Nothing usually for outside. Just make sure you're there. The balls are stopping like they hit a brick wall at that particular part of the green. Good ball from Scott, taking it back again, but could be a couple of foot around the jack for Andy to play one. Doesn't get past Scott's bowl though. 12-16. First to 41. Two throws of the jack. Try again. Different tactic. Makes the referee walk to a different part of the green. Normally, you've got to play short of the jack, but under these conditions, you've got to make sure you're there wherever you go. Even this one, no, it looks a better lead now, that one of Scott's. Now that Andy's has wanged one off the green. He's probably at least 3 or 4 yards short, but it's probably only 2 foot of running. Andy's to take a yard or so out. Looked like he may have gone other wheel as well, trying to go into it finger peg to miss them. Alright, good ball. I believe the weather forecast is not great for today. As in, we're all going to get wet later. $17-12 so far to Andy Hayes. First to 41. Scott lies on. Does Andy play at it? Finger peg for the jack. That was the plan, but there's not a huge amount of distance between thumb and finger peg land into this jack. Everything's against the side of the hill. $13-17 as they play, and we're on a thumb peg mark. Not reach with his jack. Bad end this for Scott. Not a great deal for Andy to do here to get 2. Goes 6 in front. Battle of the Roses, Lancashire man, 19-13 up. And it's a thumb peg mark, I believe. Jack's a little bit muddy. I think it's a thumb peg mark. 3/4 of the way to the, well, 2/4 of the way to the corner. Yeah. I think Scott's give up there. Just tightened off. Just tighten the bowl. So Scott, beat your own. You must beat your own. This is not short. Goes out. Another 2. Referee said it. Neil Bithell said it was 2 before, and it's 2 now. 21-13. Andy's halfway there. Finger peg mark. Through the middle of the green. Just fractionally tight and gone. Well, it's not done him any favours going 2 and a bit yards through. And Scott's not reached again. I say that they're playing through a particularly heavy part of the green.
Isn't it?
24. They've only put 1 on the score.
Have they? Must have got 1 then.
It was 21-13 last end. It looked like it was 2 there, but only 1's gone on score. There was that much shouting going on. I didn't hear Neil shout what the score was. I hope this broadcast is coming to you nice and clear. Yeah, sorry if the signal dropped off again for you, ladies and gentlemen. I say they could do with a 5G mast up in the West Auckland.
Yeah.
$14.22. Scott's gone a distance with this to right launch up into that corner. To launch up into the corner normally, and it's a proper launch today. Still not there though. Andy's looked like he was playing towards the moon, but finished the length. This can't reach. This can't reach. See the way the drainage has been the last few months. That corner's wetter. Well, all the green's wet, but that particular corner's resembling a bit of a bog. 24-14. Bum peg out the corner. On a hot summer's day, when the green's in good condition, this is an unbelievably quick finish. You're playing through the crown and downhill, and then it trickles on and it doesn't really stop on yet. Referee says Andy Hayes lies 2 with that. So Scott just has to pass his own. Literally needs nothing on it, and this might go out, you know. You remember see the scoreboard at the back of them? 26-14. See, this is normally a bit of a precise length into this corner. However, on days like this, you've just got to be there. Nothing for short. They're running like a brick for the last 2 yards to the jack. What a ball that was from Andy Hayes, played it out. 1 down, according to the ref. And they made it 2. 1 more for Andy Hayes, 27-14. And again, similar mark. One peg. Out of the corner, slight uphill, but only for a few yards, then it's downhill to the jack. I say on a summer's day, you stop them short. (27-14). Andy Hayes lies 1. Tries to make another, but this needs to take flight. Just comes into shot, but not really doing anything. And Scott's fired at this. Nullified end. Yeah, same mark, no need to change, finger peg. Uphill, downhill for a couple of yards, then uphill again. Playing into a bog, so reach for England, Ireland, Scotland and Wales if you want to get a length bowl. Both bowls on the narrow side, the jack, but Scott's managed to finish a length. This is tight by the looks of it. No good, this one. Bit surprised Scott hasn't played at his bowl there to try and finish 2, but he didn't. So 28-14. First to 41 in this challenge match between Andy Hayes, who's about to send his bowl, and Scott Fisher. Sorry if you're having problems with the pictures, ladies and gentlemen. I'm dependent on getting a connection to a local phone mast rather than any Wi-Fi. Oh. 2 more for Andy Hayes, 30-14. On the home stretch now. Could do with it being a quick game from our own point of view because the rain forecast. Not a bad lead from from Andy, and a good ball from Scott to take it. Well, Andy be playing over at it, shunt it out for another. Clips the bowl. Ooh, and Scott's played over. Underneath though, I think. Oh no, tell a lie. It was the other peg.
On the bench, Salah, isn't he?
Yeah.
I understand that.
Just come back from injury, protecting him. Right, and Scott.
I'll walk after them,
In
lad.
you go, Rick.
Finger peg mark. Downhill finish to the jack. Neither player reached it with the first. No. Scott with a better length, but he drifted downhill. And Andy's not reached again. Neil. Liverpool. Declan, you okay, mate? Thumb peg mark up through the bog again. Now for underneath. It'll peg slightly for you, but you can't be underneath. Both those first bowls are probably 6 inches underneath from pegging onto the jack. (31-17). Following that great ball from Andy Hayes. Fairly certain this is a thumb peg mark. The block's a bit muddy. And see from that lead of Andy's 2 yards short. This sneaks past it. But normal conditions, it runs really well, this mark. Almost worth not reached, condemned, didn't get it away well, Scott. 32-17. That Scott's ball really should have been looking at playing on it. Finger peg mark. I think Scott turned over with this. Not sure. Yeah. Playing towards West Orton's red light district. And Scott's not, if he's reached, he's barely reached. Yeah, just done enough. Economical, just did enough. 18-32. First to 41. Rain forecast, get a move on. Finger peg mark towards the gate where you come in. Scott's not reached and Egg's not reached by a bit more. Good ball from Andy. 33-18. Finger peg. Through the middle of the green. You probably can hear the chatter of the bowls as they go across. A very soft and wet surface. Is this done enough? Gonna drag short. The peg stops it. For Andy. Tries to lie to within 6 of victory. 2 good ones. Scott must pass his own. Is he too far? Yeah. 36-18. Sorry, 35-18. Can't count. 6 more required for victory. Finger peg mark. Towards the heated viewing area, which is the red lights are. Scott's played at it and is underneath. Knew as soon as he sent it, wasn't a good one. Andy having a quick look if it's 2. And it isn't. 36-18. Going back to not far from where they came. It's 4 foot short, but it's a small 4 foot. It's not much running. There's anything packed for the jack, just kicks on a bit more than what you'd like it to. Yeah. Definitely one, might be another. So if someone can have a word with the phone people, get a 5G mast up here, be much obliged. $38-18. So I think this going is not really suitable to either player, but you've got to play it as it is. And Andy's adapted better than Scott has. Not the worst lead from Andy, but Scott licked it. Well, looks have licked it to me, yeah. Two for Scott Fisher, 20-38. playing a very similar length to what they've just played, literally only 2 yards further. Scott once again. It's not the worst lead, but you might be thinking, could it be a couple of foot further? Good ball from Andy. Just kicks down off the slope. A bit more than what Scott's did. And this... Is this going out? Yep. Gone. Andy requires 3 for game, so can he get another with this? $39.20. And Andy again has gone. They're playing about 3 yards further than what, 3 yards past where the mat was for the last end from there, so it's 3 yards, but it's more. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is game 41-20 in the first challenge match here at the panel today. First challenge match of the year. There'll be a few minutes now where the players just have a bit of a roll, and then they'll be starting the second game. This one is between Lancashire's Billy Speed and Merseyside's Stephen Glover.
$34 minutes, Jones.
There's the steward's inquiry going on, ladies and gentlemen, because someone's just spilled the beer. Players just having a bit of a loose net. Stephen Glover's actually only just got here, so this is his first couple of bowls of the day. Stephen Glover's receiving a 3 start in this game off Billy Speed. I say first to 41, and hopefully you can see that. Stephen Glover's off 5, Billy Speed's off 2. Stay away. Referee for the second game, it will be Martin Bacon. He was just informed me that he got a shocking cold.
Now you know how I felt for the last year. I know something myself. Hey?
Just about to start, ladies and gentlemen. There'll just be a toss for the jack to see who leads out. And Stephen Glover will lead out. Oh, they've changed the score to 8-5. But say the same 3-start. So it's 41 up again. So Stephen Glover needs to score 33 points, and Billy Speed needs to score three more points than Stephen is to get to the magic score of 41. Playing into an unbelievably quick corner, which is now only quick because of the conditions we have today. I say, as I mentioned before, the green could do with a few weeks of dry weather and a few weeks of not much footfall on it to get back. Hope you're getting this. I say it's connection problems all day. Just the way things are, I'm afraid. Can't do nothing about it. Connecting to a phone mast, so trying to do the best I can. Playing a finger peg mark straight towards us. Bus reach. Stephen has, Billy hasn't. Billy's come other wheel at it, playing thumb peg. Playing for a bit of run finish off the slope. Stephen stayed again, finger peg. Does he get past? Well, doesn't reach the block. And that's the handicap gone. Stephen's actually undefeated on this green in all the matches he's played. I think I've got that right, but that's what somebody was saying before. But this is the first time he's played a more experienced panel man. Stepping up in grade, no offence to the people he's played before, but Billy knows the green certainly better than Stephen's last game, which I think, if I remember rightly, was against Tom Palmer. Awful end from Billy. Can Stephen miss it to get another? Can Stephen miss it to get another? No. Presumably he hasn't knocked them in. He hasn't. But nothing about that end was any good at all. Finger peg mark. Slight fallen mark. The weight of the bowl will just drag the bowl further downhill than the jack did. But he doesn't need to nose on because the ideal bowl for him would just be a little touch on the jack anyway. Or chipping off. One and a look. Referee likes Billy's bowl for 2, so a measure will take place. Two for Billy Speed. 10-9 up now, Billy. First to 41. Playing looks to be a... I think it's a finger peg mark. Without being up there alongside it and having a bit of a guess with that one. Certainly finishing like a finger peg. Looked like Stephen, well, both bowls are a couple of foot past the jack, and I think Stephen's just gone out. I say it's uphill, and then it's where Billy's bowl is there. That's it's got there because it's gone downhill for a couple of foot. And Stevens took a mile out of this one. One more for Billy. 11-9. Billy's been practicing this edge this morning, or when I got here, and he's having a look at it. Certainly a very difficult edge to play, he says, with knowledge of trying to play it. Not a bad lead, that I believe, to be fair. Just drifts by. This second bowl of Billy's is going to go off there. Well, something went wrong. I'm surprised, and Lee Stevens trying to lick it. I thought he'd be trying to play at this. Done enough to win it though. Good bowl. 10-11. Stephen's gone a distance. Finger peg mark. Giving the referee a walk. Finger peg, quick corner, anything past the jack, even in these conditions, runs on a couple of yards. You'd normally see, I think, where that jack is, a panel man, because there's a bit of a channel in. I think a panel man would normally come other peg at that, but Billy didn't add to with his first. And does Stephen lick it? Does it get past Billy's? Yeah, looks to be a good one. Once again, I think that I'm a bit surprised Billy hasn't played at it because it's so easy to be short today. We have a level game again, 11 across. Yeah. Ask once again, ladies and gentlemen, if you're in the know, try and get O2 to build a 5G mast in West Orm. It'll make things far easier. Finger peg. This must be at least, well, probably about 35 metres this mark, if not, it's not a bit further. Needs to run. It's not bad at that, from that distance and in these conditions, but there's a lot of room. Billy hasn't licked it, I don't think. And this is not... Oh, needs to run again, this one of Stevens. It may just... No, doesn't get one. So Billy, a couple of foot in his first, which he looks to have done. But instead, it props Stephen in for 2. 13-11. Once again, finger peg mark. If you can just see that darker patch of grass in the middle of the screen, that's kind of where the channel into this corner is, thumb peg. You've got a bit of a leeway of about 2 foot, and it'll, if you're a length, it'll just peg back for you, and if you're a length again, it'll just drift back to the same position. A finger peg, sweeping finger peg, cannot be tight. And with that little clip on the jack, I've got not a clue who's on. But we'll find out in a minute, because this bowl of Billy's is an absolute no bowl. Glover 1. 14-11. And imagine again, a decent tactic of Stevens has been finger peg. Stephen, with his delivery, just does play outside his right foot, so it's an exaggerated right-handed mark, right-handed delivery. So finger peg would normally be the one that you would play, similar to what a left-hander would do if they've got playing from different sides of the mat. So, falling a bit feet short with the leader Stevens, and Billy hasn't licked it. And this bowler Steves is going to hang straight. So, room for Billy if he can improve by a couple of foot. He's not short. And it's tried its best to trickle out, but I don't think it's gone far enough. Yeah, 1 for Billy. 12-14. Lancashire Voices happy with that one. Odds being shouted at the panel. Lancashire men trying to do a bit of business. Thumb peg mark. Thumb peg mark. into the valley. Got to be there though. Finishing at least a yard short is Billy. Oh, Billy's not happy with this one either. This one can't stay on. Can't possibly stay on. It's a type of mark where, although it's the bowls turn right angles at the death, you actually can't afford to give it too much land because you will literally miss the valley. It should be a 16-12 to Stephen Glover with those two. I think in the time that he's played here, with the games that he's played here, Steve, he's not sent all that many bowls from where he's going to send these two from. And going by body language, he's not put the jack where he wanted to put it. He's actually playing a mark I'm not sure I've ever seen anybody play. Because the jack's in a very unusual position for this green, which actually can work quite well because I don't think Billy would have played it either. And not great bowls of Stevens, but they'll look great if they count. I'm not sure Billy was quite planning to do that, but it worked lovely for him. 13-16. Finger peg mark. Lancashire Voices happy with that one. Stephen just dipped underneath. Gravity just took it down the hill. Billy's not short. Oh, there's actually a bit more room for Stephen to get in there now, and as long as he puts a yard on his first. It's fallen underneath again. 15-16. Stephen's bowl just looked slightly weaker than Billy's there. Unless my eyes are betraying me, this is a thumb peg mark. Played it early in the game, and Billy, it was a horrific end. Because neither of Billy's bowls were within yards of the jack, and this is a better one. A good lead of Billy's, and Stephen's not reached. Stephen didn't reach last time he played this time, but he still got two out of it. Happier. Lies two. Lancashire men are happy with that one. Lies two to go in front. As you can see in the background, everybody's watching this, but also watching on their phones as well. Standard for these days, isn't it? Everybody's got the phone out watching something else. Very similar mark. The block's going to finish within 4 foot of the end they used for the mat they used for the last end. And Billy's, well, it's a big yard over. It is as you see it, ladies and gentlemen. Billy's second bowl. Does it do enough? It most certainly does. Nailed it on the front of the jack. So, Stephen just going to play a runner. Actually, to say he needs 2 foot in his first bowl. And the problem with it, he changed the land by thinking he was putting 2 yards in it, and it's just dived underneath. 17-16. Fun peg. Just checking who's on. Is the referee Martin Bacon? Very good eyes.
Definite.
And Billy. No, did he clip his own? No, well, he's not reached it. The crowd is adamant. Maybe that really concede Stephen is the favourite, but he's going to measure it. An extending rod will be used to measure these 2 bowls. And that was all over very quickly. Glover won, 17 across, first to 41. Finger peg mark towards the entrance. One for Stephen Glover, 18-17. You're putting some miles in, Martin.
Can you hear me all right?
Yeah. Finger peg mark, sweeping into the corner if you reach. This is certainly further from Billy, and it will go out now. It will kick downhill, stop eventually, and this looks like it might join it. An ocean of room for Billy to get in. Not. There's only one decent bowling that played in that end, and it was enough to get Billy speed level at 18 across. Again, playing towards his finger peg. Hope you're back with us, ladies and gentlemen. All you're missing so far is that after 3 bowls played, none of them are reached. Well, clear run for Stephen. Does enough. $19.18. A thumb peg. Nothing mark really. Tapes have been called. Martin! Under the imperialistic rules of the panel, the distance between the mat and the jack must be 63 feet. After swiftly inspecting the measure, that mark was 60 feet and 4 inches. So I'll leave you to work out how far short it was of 63 feet. Under the panel's second throw of the jack rules, Stephen's gone a lot further with the jack this time, thumb peg. But he hasn't gone a lot further with his bowls. Neither's Billy. You can just see Billy's bowls turned its nose away from the jack. It's just on the hill. That channel into the corner that I mentioned. And Billy's further. Is it too far? Lover one. $19.18. Jack being sent. Won't be requiring a 63 feet tape for this, as the jack is trickled off the green and will be returned by a kind member of the panel. So once again, the rule of 2 throws of the jack. Stephen Glover.
Conditions are terrible.
The green's holding up well for in atrocious conditions this winter. Very, very squelchy. You want to be careful walking on it. You are leaving even when I went on to have a quick look at the measure, you're leaving quite marked footprints on it. Difficult to play. Billy Speed's bowl has disappeared off the green. Well, Stephen Glover lies 2. wherever it finishes in West Orton to go 3 in front. Billy's took a country mile out of it, and I think has played one. Now then. Finger peg. In the summer, this mark is stunningly quick. Stevens not short. It may not stop in time, this one. It doesn't. Dead bowl. In the summer, it is an amazing mark, this, because the bowls go on forever. Dead end, nullified end. And a thumb peg mark back, all uphill. Even in the summer when it's flying, you'd be amazed how much you've got to give it a push up here. And Billy's, the jack's trickled off. We're playing a lot narrower to the edge than what we normally play. Little Martin will return it. In the panel rules, 2 throws of the jack. Billy tries again. Just try and be a bowl wider. You think it's a round peg, but you've got to play tight to it. Gone 4 foot past. There's Billy. Probably just enough to win it. Is Billy going to finish inside it? He's not knocking it closer, is he? He's knocking it closer. Oh dear, silly me, says Billy. An unbelievable bowl from Stephen Glover knocks Billy in.
1 for 1, Glover.
Not sure I can believe Stevens played that bowl, to be honest, but level game at 20s. Gone back to within literally inches of where the mat is from the last end. And this needs to stop. Touching the board. Bowler Stevens. It's not finishing short of the jack, I can assure you of that. That's gone as well. That would have gone further than Billy's would have, but they're both dead bowls. This is not going off. So, can Stephen get past it? He does. Not going to go off. 1 for Stephen Glover. Open back with you. Thumb peg mark. One of the peculiarities about this panel green, it's a downhill finish and an uphill finish, this mark. So downhill start and uphill finish. Down to the middle of the green and up, slightly uphill afterwards. So,
Lead away, Speedy!
With
Come on now!
not being a great end again, but it levels up at 21 across. Both players halfway there. And I think this, oh, will this jack stay on? It does indeed. Looks like it's thumb peg. Uphill, uphill, uphill. Through a bog still. And it will be downhill past where Billy's bowl has finished. But it's a heavy downhill, if that makes any sense at all. This is further from Billy, I think. Oh no, ignore what I've just said. It was useless. Twenty-two, 21. Stevens whizzed the jack out, finger peg, playing towards McDonald's if the wall wasn't in the way. And a little tickle on the jack. Billy's, is he quite there? Is he there? Has he played one? What a ball! Shouldn't it pass the jack? All Steve can do is try and play the ball Billy's played. He's got a touch more pace in than Billy. Can play it block or ball. Billy's come the other way in. Safer ball for him to try and get another. Just finishes short. We're level again. 22s. Billy's launched this jack towards the Pennines. Finger peg mark. Someone's on a McDonald's run. That's what all the If anyone's watching this in the McDonald's in West Orton, there's a couple of bowlers on the way with a big order. Two for Stephen Glover. 24-22. but the precision bowls at the last end, that one's a shocker. And I don't think Billy's licked it. So they're coming out of a bog, uphill and squelchy for the first 5 yards at least. One for Stephen Glover. 3 in front now, got his handicap back. 25-22. Playing into the bog again. You can tell by the colour that's on the screen. There's muddy water on the surface, darkening the appearance of it. Makes it particularly heavy to play into, heavy to play out of as well. I can only presume Stephen didn't get that bowl away well at all, so it should be 2 to Billy. He may have showed off here and chucked it too far. He has. 23-25. First to 41 in the second challenge match here. Hope you're back with us. Desperately need a 5G mast in West Orton. Or a decent 4G mast somewhere near the panel. Good lead from Billy. This Stevens just going to turn the corner. It looks like you've just got to lift your bowls slightly to get them out of that corner. Stevens played at it. Chance with this. What a hit. And it stays in. Does it? Does it? Does it? No. 1 for Stephen Glover. Thumb peg mark. They played this one, Mark, not so long ago. Into the corner. Thumb peg, does it stop? Stop the length. Bowler Billy's, it's lower than Stevens, a lot lower than Stevens. Does it hang in? You'd think the slope will take it away now. Does it stop? Does it stop? No. So, Billy can't make it worse. It's on better land. Doesn't stop with a miss. If you're only 1 down, play on the bowl. And that did the job pretty well for Billy. Two in it. Stephen Glover 26, Billy Speed 24. Playing up towards, well, the bog again. Not only is this uphill, but you're also playing into one of the wettest and heaviest parts of the green, and that's not a bad lead at all, even under normal conditions. This is not short from Steve. (26.24). Lies a couple to go level, but this might win it, you know, especially with that little nudge on Billy's. Yeah, wins it. Finger peg through the boggy part of the green into what can only be described as a squelchy part of the green. Well, the better length from Billy. Ooh, this is struggling from Stephen, is it?
Bye-bye now.
Oh no, kicks on. Props his own in. Good ball from Billy. Score in the background. 25-27 from hand. Finger peg into the valley. Needs to play one though, Billy. Not so bad, just being a heavier bowl than the jack. It's just gone slightly further downhill. And Stevens nailed one on the jack, so Billy's played a couple of yards over at it. Just dipped, slid past it. Good ball from Stephen to get another. Falling from 29-25. Finger peg mark. Heading towards the scoreboard bit. He wasn't happy with how it came out, I don't think. I think it just gripped on the wet surface. This is miles further from Steve, and as he's almost knocked it in. Is it clear one from Billy? No. Does it win off it? No. One for Billy, 26-29. Finger peg mark.
Run over the line together.
Anything past the jack kicks off. The spectators will be happy the McDonald's run's been completed. Derek Bissell and Michael Eat coming back with a big order. Not the worst lead from Billy, but Stephen licked it, and now Stephen's going for another. Well, he's not getting another, but he went for it. 4 in front, 30-26. That's where the McDonald's order ended up. I think Stephen lies 1. Billy's just playing for the connection. Don't know. $31.26. See how long that McDonald's order lasts. Bad looks of them, not very long. Finger peg mark up into the end, well, car park corner. And it's gone a yard too far. So Billy, it can't possibly go off, so it counts. This is nearly off again. This has gone fair. This was actually went off faster than the other one. 2 for Billy. McDonald's update. I think they're just checking to make sure they've all got the same amount of fingers that they had a few minutes ago. Finger peg mark into one of the quickest marks up the green normally. It's still the same today, even though the bowls are chattering. It's just kicked on the Stevens, and it's
Both on! Both on! They're both on!
both bowls have stayed on the green. You were. Incoming. It near demolished the fence, but it didn't touch any of the bowls. Bum peg from Billy. Towards the scoffers. Billy might be making a late bid to try and get a chip off them. That one's give up. Billy plays safe and goes the scenic route in. And probably would have had a chance of getting one if he was 2 foot further. That's all he needed. So Stevens just trying to thread his bowl through the gap. Like that. $32.29. Food's lasting longer than I thought it would do. Best when you see who's eating it. Finger peg mark. Good leader Stevens within 18 inch. And can Billy just trickle past it? Oh, it was a good. Not quite sure what bowl Stephen were playing, but it's given Billy a free hit, and he's threaded it through that gap, even when he didn't want to. 33.29. Finger peg. Same mark to Stevens been playing all day really from this corner. Finger peg mark. Finger peg mark towards Wigan Road, and that's his best lead he's played on it. Not short is Billy. Won't peg back to it, and it'll stay on, but this bowler Billy, is he just trying to play to save? Is he just trying to tickle the jack? Tries to do either, but saves. 34.29. First to 41 in the second challenge match of the year here at the panel in West Orton. Stephen Glover from Liverpool leads the jack out. 34.29 up against Billy Speed, Wigan's finest. Lead again to within, well, a big yard from Stephen. Billy's licked it this time. Is this just hung out? Yeah, won't get back to the jack now. Billy 5 behind, needs to cut the gap. And has done just that. Stephen had a 3-start at the beginning of this game, and he's got a 3-start now. 31-34 is full play. This jack, will it stop before it hit the board? No. Martin Bacon, referee for this game, returns the jack to Billy, who gets a second chance to set a legal mark. He's took the necessary out to keep the jack on the playing surface. He's just on the narrow side of the jack, but if anything, it shovels back for you. This needs a stop from Steve. Bowl in the way. Second bowl from Billy. I think it needs to run. It needs to finish downhill now for him. Needs to finish downhill. Doesn't do it for me. So Stephen lies one. Does he get another? Does it trickle past Billy's? It does not. 35-31. One peg towards the office. Scoreboard corner. Better lead that from Billy. Stephen certainly passed his own. He needs to drop now on him. Drop now for him. As long as he's not too far. It's only one. Back in. Sorry, Martin, did your job there. This game best not go on too long then. Billy lies two here. If you count with them, it gets back to within one. And Stephen, I think, played over. Has he played over other peg? Bangs his own in, I think. He does. Four in front, 36-32. Finger peg. The McDonald's food's been hidden from view. And if he was far enough, he'd have a good one, I think, because the land looked all right. I think Billy needs to step in. He looks to have put a bit more in this as Steve. Does it get back to the swing back in time? Good lead from Billy. 3 behind. Lead to within an inch. Does Billy make another with this? Doesn't want to be too good. Didn't want to make it too good and make a target. So Steve's trying to save. Doesn't do it. 35, 36. Third and gentlemen. And dependent on connection to the local phone mast. As you can see, Billy Speed with the sticker on his bowl. Not the second he wanted. Give Stevens a chance now. Play Billy's out. Finds the gap. And we have a level game. 36 each. Finger peg towards the car park. And he's not led one. 2 yard off. Not good enough, really. This needs to run from Steve as well. Does it pass it? It nibbles in. And this is further from Billy, as long as it's not too far. If it's Does it stop? Doesn't stop for me. Should be an easy 2 here for Stephen. This of Billy's is not short, you know. This actually will sail past. So can Billy take, well, 3 or 4 yards out, and I suspect he's not short. He can indeed level things up again. 37 across, first to 41. Finger peg mark, playing towards us, not going as far as previous attempts on this mark. Not the worst lead from Billy, but gave Stephen a chance, which he's took. Two short bowls from Billy. Stephen's got to be careful here or look at going the other way in. Big point now at this stage of the game. Other wheel has been played. And just gonna drift past. .38, 37. thumb peg. Heading towards scoreboard corner. It doesn't look to be an awful lot wrong. Oh, well, it didn't look to be an awful lot wrong with it. Then it's a bit of an uphill finish to that. You may have heard that from Martin Bacon. Fancies Billy's last bowl. Last bowl is closest. So Billy needs clear run on his own. Half his own bowl for 2. Glover 1. 39-37. Billy, Stephen just requires 2 for game. Looks to be a finger peg mark. I think most of the jacks Stephen sent this game have been finger peg. And finishes a big foot short. Is Billy there? He's not. He's put a blocker in for himself. So Stephen be thinking, same again. Lie up. Is he there? He is. Lies up. Billy looks further. Does he look too far? 2 for Stephen Glover, and that's game, ladies and gentlemen. Stephen Glover wins 41-37. And that concludes the second match, the second challenge match here at the panel. Thank you for watching. I can only apologise for the technical problems with the connection. It's slightly beyond me control, I'm afraid. If you're anybody in the know, please ask them to build a 5G mast, especially if you know somebody at O2. But we'll end the stream now, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. This stream will be available to re-watch in due course. Take care, and I hope to see you soon.